section. All right, so I'm going to be talking about quite a few things in this section. And we're going to be doing analysis as usual. We're still going to be doing analysis on gold, and also we are going to be talking about quite a few things, right? Now, the most important thing I want to talk about today is I think I talked about it yesterday, but I wasn't really satisfied with my explanation on it. I'm sure so many of you do not still really understand, and that's why we're going to talk about that again. Pullbacks, valid and invalid pullbacks. So today we are going to be talking about, we are going to be finishing up with, um, of course, we're still going to be talking about our advanced market structure. It's still under advanced market structure. And then other advanced market structure, I'm going to be talking about valid pullbacks. Now, why is valid pullbacks very important? Why is it important for you to be able to know what a valid pullback is and an invalid pullback is? All right. The reason it is very important is, guys, look at this. Let's say, look at this. If I say in an uptrend, I have this higher high and I have this like this, and this is not a valid pullback, right? And we have this, and we have this. A lot of people will think this here is our what? Change of character. Of course, it might be a change. It is called now, guys. Why this is also a change of character? It is not a major change of character. It is a minor change of character. Let me draw this properly. All right. Let me draw this properly. So we see this. We understand this. All right. I really do want us to understand this. Now, please watch this closely. Right. Listen to this closely. I have something like this. Higher high, higher low, higher high. I have this. I have this. Like this. And then I have this. And then I have this. Now look at this, guys. Watch this. Again, we're talking about Big Sammy. Stop that, please. We're talking about advanced market structure. All right. We're talking about, I don't know if I can even stop you guys from doing that. All right. So let's continue. We're talking about advanced market structure here. Now look at this. Why this is also a change of character. Why this is a change of character, guys. Why this is a change of character, it is called minor change of character. This is not a major change of character. A major change of character would be, of course, this right here. Just watch. This right here is our higher high, higher low, higher high. Like this. Higher low, higher high. Right? Why this is a change of character, minor change of character. Our main change of character would be when the market breaks this structure here. This would be our change of character, right? To give us a confirmation that the trend, the general trend, is now bearish, right? To tell us that the general trend is now bearish. Right? So we need to be able to understand that. Now let's go down to this. Let's go back to this drawing I have here. As you can see, this is view advanced market structure. As you can see here, we have what? Higher high. We have this internal structure here. As you can see, all these are internal structure. All right, internal structure. As you can see, in internal structure, we have this lower low, lower high, like this internal structure. Guys, one thing you should know is you can have a new trend, change of structure, break of character, change of character, and everything inside what? Inside a new trend. Inside what? What is it called? Inside, uh, 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 what is it called? Inside, inside internal structure. That's what I've been trying to come up with. Inside internal structure. Now look at this. We now have from here, this is the higher high, higher low. We have this. Now, this is our break of structure. We all know that. The one that breaks the recent highest point. This is the recent previous highest point. And then we have this move to this upside. And the internal structure give us what? A change of character. It's called minor change of character. Now look at this. It's even still gave us what? Another change of character here, which is still minor change of character. What would have been a major change of character here? The market breaking through this level. Now look at my, like I said before, once you open your chart, once you see everything, you want to be marking out your recent lowest point, your point of interest, and your recent highest point here. This is my recent, this inside here, everything happening inside here, even this change of character are what? Internal structure, guys. They are internal structure. You just need to be able to understand that. Now, I like to emphasize on this. I'm going to keep talking about this so well, so much, till we get it, right? Because we need to really understand this. And then we're going to be looking at this in the chart. I hope the example we're going to be checking today, we're going to be able to see it, right? Again, this section we're having this afternoon is just um market analysis, right? Really just want to do market analysis. It's not really me explaining the whole thing, but I'm just using this medium. Uh, I'm just using this medium. I'm just using this medium to kind of like still explain this whole thing, right? Because it's very important. It is very important, right? So we are still going to be going to what are pullbacks, right? What are pullbacks? That is very important. But then let's still really emphasize on this one first. Now let's assume I want to, this is this is good right here. All right, this is good right here. Let me hide all this. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. All right, I'm coming. All right, so let's see. Let me show you guys something. I'm good. Let's go to the higher time frame. Let's go to the 4 hours, for instance. Right? We're on the 4 hour time frame. Now I want to show you guys something. Look at this on the 4 hour time frame. Let me go to a real trending market. I don't really, gold is really doing a lot of bullshit today. I'm still going to analyze gold, but then I want to show you guys something real quick. Let's go to Euro USD. I think someone said something about Euro USD in the group today, and then I really want to take a look at that. So Euro USD right now. All right. See what is happening on Euro USD here. Guys, look at this. On Euro USD, guys, don't let the whole chart confuse you. And again, you do not have to go too far back. All right. I can literally just start my analysis from here. Right. I can just start my analysis from here. I can just start here. This is 4 hour time frame. I don't need to go too far back, right? I can just do all this, right? So let's see what is happening from right there. All right, let's see what is happening from here, right? This is how I do my analysis. Again, we do a top-down analysis, Now, if I still even want to do it, we can start from, see guys, you can literally start from whatever time frame you want to. I usually start from like the daily or the weekly, but let's just see what is happening here on the 4 hours. Let's just see what's happening here on the 4 hours. Guys, let's look at this. See how I am going to look at this is a clean chart here. See how I am going to do this. All right, just watch how. Someone said, what is top-down analysis? Top-down analysis simply just means geo analysis from the higher time frame right down to the lower time frame. Right, so that's what that is. So I'm going to take out my part here, and I'm going to start from here. Right? Let's say I start from here. I can consider this one move like this. But then if I want to do this, if I really, really want to do this, I can say all this one are actually pullbacks here, right? One thing you should know is they are actually pullback, but I'm not really, really considering all these pullbacks, right? All these are pullbacks here. But then if I'm to consider this properly, I'm going to just do it like this. Higher high, higher low, higher high, like this. And then we have this low. Now we're expecting to see what? A break of structure here. We're expecting to see a break of structure, but it did not give us a break of structure. Guys, note, this happening here, this is not change of character. This is not our change of character, guys. This is not our change of character. Our change of character is this. Now, look at, let me show you. Let me show you guys something real quick before I continue. Again, let me get this off. At this point, note, at this point, let's say we have higher high, higher low, higher high. Now, at this point, this is what our highest point, recent highest point, recent lowest point. Inside there, everything happening inside there is what? Internal structure. Someone said, please, just take it step by step because people just want to get to the finish line. Wherever, yeah. All right. So this is our internal structure here. So this is higher high, higher low, higher high. You get that? And this is what? Low, high. This is going to be a higher low once we have what? Our higher high. That's when this one is going to be called higher low. This one is not a higher low yet. This one is just a low, high, internal structure. And then we now have what? Our change of character. Our change of character, as you can see. We now have our change of character. And then we now have this, like this. All this one too is internal structure. Now, let's analyze this. All right. So we are going to consider this a downtrend. Lower low, lower high, lower low. We've already have what? Our change of character. So we're expecting to see a downtrend. So what are we going to be expecting here? Just watch. We are expecting what? I'm just going to drag out my points of interest again. My point of interest is this recent highest point. Of course, we are considering this a downtrend now. And then the recent lowest point. So everything happening here is what? Internal structure. So we have what? This. We are having this here, as you can see, internal structure giving us higher high, higher low. I won't even consider this a pullback, right? I won't consider this a pullback. This is not a pullback. This is just one move here. So we have this one move here like this. As you can see, we have this one move. So we are expecting the market to what? Give us what? To get to what? Our other block. So we are expecting this market to get here before we look for opportunities to sell, because we know the market has already given us a change of character here. These are a change of character here. These are a change of character. These are a change of character there. So what are we expecting to see? We're expecting the market to move to this level. So I'm even going to I can actually still look for opportunity to buy to this level. All right, so let's go down into the time frame. Again, top down analysis. This is how I do my analysis. I am on the what? 4-hour time frame. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to go down to the 15-minute time frame. I like to skip the 1 hour. So let's see what is happening on the 15-minute time frame here. Now, as you can see, this is a very big gap. We are still going to be talking about this when we're talking about fair value gap. Right? This is a very large imbalance that the market is obviously still going to feel. So this one is giving me an assurance that the market is still going to come and fill in this place. So this is still going to come down. All right. So let's see what is happening here. As you can see, the market is just giving us this structure here. So again, it's not going to look always, it's not always going to make sense. It's not always going to make sense, but then you should be able to know what you're doing. So look at this. We have this here, higher high, higher low. This did not break this, so this is just one move here. We have higher high, we have higher low, we have higher high, we have a what? A change of character here, a pullback. All this one are internal structure, guys. Internal structure. That's why our top-down analysis is very important. So we have this, we have this, we have this, we have another change of character here happening. We had another change of character happen here. And then we are currently having this. So I think from here, let me show you. I think from here, the market would go up from here. All right. Because, of course, let's see if the market has gotten to our other block. It has not gotten to our other block. You can still come down a bit. You can actually still come down a bit into this level, right? It can actually still come down a bit into this level before, it starts shooting up. So what we are having here is currently this. As you can see, we have a lower low here. We have this high. So we're expecting this to give us this one here to come down to this level, and then we have our change of character before we continue to the upside. So that's what we're expecting to see on Euro USD right here. So I'm going to leave this chart like this. We are going to come back to this later. We are going to come back to this later. So I said I'm going to do analysis on volatility 25 index. Someone actually placed a trade on volatility 25 index. I don't know if you're here. If you're here, please signify. The person that actually placed a trade on volatility 25 index with, I think, $2, and that is partly as 50 something or 40 something dollars. I don't know if the person is here, but then let's do analysis on volatility 25 index, right? So on volatility 75 index, it is 25 index, sorry. It is obviously a bullish market. The market is going up. As you can see, it is so clear right here. As you can see right here, this is a 24-hour time frame. So here we have our strong bullish movement, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now, this is exactly what I just preached, guys. This is exactly what I just preached. Let me show you. Let me show you something. Now, this is going to confuse a lot of people because look at this. This is our other block here. Right here. Now, look at this move here. Higher high, higher low. This one is not a higher high. This one is the one that broke this structure. So this move here is one move. Guys, this one is one move. Please, I want you to understand this, please. Look at this one here. This was not our break of structure. This is not our break of structure. This was the one that broke the structure. So this move here is one move. So this is where a lot of people will get it wrong, because a lot of people will think this is what wants to happen, right? A lot of people will think this is what is happening. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This is what people will think is happening or wants to happen. But if something like this now happen, then I'll be like, this is not following market structure. This is higher high, higher low. So if this one is a high, low, higher high, this is the one that broke structure, right? So if something like this now happen now, look at this. Look at what I think will happen here. This one can even still break this one, but then it's still going to come back like this before going like this. Because why is that? Because this is the real structure. Because, hold on. Because that is the real structure here. This here is the real structure. This one here, this is how this part is supposed to be drawn. Higher high, higher low, higher high. All right, this is what we're expecting to see here. So what I'm hoping to happen, guys, what I am actually hoping to happen to make sure that to be able to take this move to sell this market, right? Because you might not be able to catch this sell. Guys, it is not all opportunity you'll be able to get into, right? It is not all opportunity you'll be able to get into. Now, for me to be able to catch this move, this is what I would expect to happen. From here now, just watch. For us to be able to catch this move, we're expecting what? A change of character. And how is a change of character going to happen? On a small change of character, when this low one gets broken. If this one gets broken like this, it can get broken like this, and it might not really even get here. So if it did not get here, it gets broken, it gives us this push back up. Yeah, it would be a perfect opportunity to sell to this level, and then we now have this. But then what I'm hoping should happen, is this. Just watch this. I'm hoping this one here give us a break of structure here. This one gives us a break of structure. We have a change of character like this. It's giving us a lot of space. So once we have a change of character, we're expecting this to happen. This happen. Then we can now buy a sell in this level to this level. Then we now have what? another what? Then we now have what? At break of structure here. So this is what I'm expecting to happen. Now, once we start getting to order block, you are going to see why. Because a lot of people that understand order block, why people might be like, why is it that? Because of course, I cannot even talk about that here because it's another topic on its own. Order block. Because this move here is supposed, the market is supposed to, if there was to be another block here, this would have been a perfect order block, but there is no order block here because there is no fair value gap. So we're still going to be talking about all those things. So I am so certain that the market at some point will come to this level. Of course, it might still really go up a lot. Again, I said I'm always anticipating a pullback once I see a break of structure. And then we have actually seen a break of structure here. So I'm anticipating what a pullback, and what is going to give me the pullback, it is when I see what a change of character. So where the market is currently at right now, I'm expecting this. This is my change of character here. If the market breaks through here, is my change of character. See, this is what I'm actually expecting currently, where the market is at. But then I think the market is still going to give us, it's still going to go up. Of course, it can really still do something like this. It might really still do something like this, still go up. I'm anticipating a pullback does not mean it's going to pull back there, and then it's still going to come back here before start going up. So that's what I'm anticipating to see in this market. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame to see what is actually going on here on the 4 hours, as you can see. Okay, now look at this. Now look at this. It's now more clearer on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see. Let's see on the 4 hours, we have this move, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Change of character here, right? Change of character, we have this low, we have this push. Of course, all this one is still internal structure. Remember, it is here. Let me even do this properly. Let me do this properly. So this is still my high points. Of course, that's given us a change of character here. So that's my high points and that's my low point. So all this thing happening here is still what internal structure. So I have this, my internal structure. It is still internal structure until we have what? A change of character here, as you can see. And then we have another what? Change of character. Look at this. Multiple change of character. Right? So what am I expecting to see here? Market pull back up. So here, where the market is currently at right now, this is what my point of interest. I always like to mark out my point of interest. I can choose this as my highest point, my lowest point. I like to mark out my point of interest, right? That's giving us what? That's giving us what? This change of character, right? This is where our change of character occur. As you can see, these are change of character breakthrough here. So what am I expecting to see here? I'm expecting to see, so everything happening here is internal structure. So I'm expecting the market to still go back to this. I have an order block here. So I can look for a small opportunity to buy into this order block. All right, so let's see. We have, look at this. We have even this. Let me go down to the smaller time frame. Let's go down to the 1 hour time frame to see this even clearly. That's how I'll do my top-down analysis, guys. That's how top-down analysis is done. So look at this. We have, from here, we have a lower low, lower high. We have a lower low here, lower high, lower low, lower high. We have this low. We have what? Change of character, right? Change of character. We have this. So we're expecting this to give us this into here. So you see how I'm actually working my way down through this. So here I am looking at a small opportunity to buy. Remember, see as I'm doing this from the higher time frame. From the higher time frame. As you can see, it's still following through with my higher time frame. As you can see, change of character here. So we're expecting this. Of course, we have seen a change of character. We're expecting this to get here and give us this down push. So that's what we're expecting to see here. So let's go down to the 1 hour. Let's see if we can see an entry here. All right, let's see. So as you can see here, guys, the market actually respected our order block right here. There's an order block here, which the market respects. So we're expecting this market to go up. So we can actually look for opportunity to buy here. Let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, we can actually buy at this point and set our if I'm to trade this right now, this is how it's going to be. Hold on. No. I will have my entry right here, my take profit right there, and my stop loss right there. But then to make this a very good one, I'm going to have my take profits right into the middle of the other block right there. Because if you are to use our entry at 15 minutes for our entry, we can further modify our other block to have something like this. So as you can see, this is perfect. Perfect. So this is how I will enter this trade, guys. This is how I enter this trade. Of course, not every trade is going to be a successful one, of course, but then I think this one right here is how I will enter this trade. All right. This is a good risk to reward. So let's see. Someone should take this trade on the demo account right there. Let me see. I don't have my account here on my phone. Guys, can you hear me? Guys, are you following, please? Are you guys following? I want a response from you guys. Are you guys following me, please? All right. So someone should take this trade on the demo account or something. Someone should take this trade on the demo account. Just take a buy on Volatility 25 index. And then these are take profit and stop loss here. All right. So that is that on that. So this is how I would take this trade. This is how I would take this trade. This is how I take this trade. Okay. This would have been a perfect entry here. This level here would have been a perfect entry. But then we were not able to get that entry. So we'll see how the whole thing goes. We'll see how this plays out. Let me send a picture of this into let me drop a picture of this in the group. All right. So that is that on that. So tonight we are going to continue the series of market structure, and I wanted to talk about pullbacks a lot today, but then I have a call right now that I need to attend to, so I won't be able to really talk about that right now. All right. So what if it pulls back to our point of interest? I don't understand. It pulls back to this level. That's why you need to be able to set your stop loss properly. Look at my stop loss here, guys. It is just below what? It is just below what? my order block. All right. So whatever happens, if it comes in here, take out, right? But then this is where your stop loss is supposed to be. All right. As you can see. Yeah. I'm going to talk about pullbacks tonight. In our class tonight. I'm going to talk a lot about pullback. I have a meeting I need to attend to. I didn't know. I was waiting for it since and it didn't start, and now it has started. So I'm going to talk about what is the confirmation to enter the trade? Yeah, that's a very brilliant question. Right now, when we start talking about order block, markets getting into your order block like this, tapping into your order block like this is a confirmation, right? Is a confirmation. This will have been a perfect entry to enter this trade. And then another confirmation is smaller time frame uh change of character. Look at this. This would have been on the 5 minute. Now, if I want to enter the trade on the 5 minutes, you have lower low, lower high, lower low, a bit lower high here. And then this change of character here, as you can see, this is a tiny bit change of character here. This change of character would have been a confirmation. So we'll just wait for this pullback. This would have been a perfect entry to enter this trade. All right. So that's another way to master your entry. Another way to master your entry. So that's how it goes. That's how it is. So having said all that, I'm going to be stopping this section here. I'm going to upload this section on YouTube. So those that are not here will be able to watch the recorded version. And tonight we're going to talk a lot about pullbacks, and then we're going to start introduction to order block. So thank you guys for joining this section.